stations.
Oh, yeah.
It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan Harder in the house, and it's a Wednesday. We made it to hump day, baby. Only a few more nights going to bed and waking up without football because Saturday will be here before you know it. Yes, week 0.
What game are you looking forward to the most?
Is upon us. Football.
But that's not a specific game.
Football. I'll be watching football from the kickoff at 1:30 till the last play of the last game.
Football. Do you get Pac-12 Network anywhere?
I have one
jailbroken,
television that does it. Yeah, I have one TV station.
I've got it on the Sling and on the Fubo.
Oh, Fubo. What is Fubo?
They're both
is that Fubu? Isn't it Fubu?
Fubo.
No, it's Fubu, bro.
Well, John, I've had it for like 3 years now, so I think I know the name of it. It's Fubo.
Like the big Fubu jackets?
No, that's something different. There is Fubu jackets. This is a Fubo. This is a TV service.
Dude, I feel like Fubo stole Fubu.
They could have changed the vowel. Change one vowel, boom.
Oh, ooh.
Or did Hulu steal Fubu and change two consonants?
No.
Oh, no? Okay.
No. That's
crazy.
You're putting your crazy conspiracy hat on. Don't do that.
I think the game I'm most looking forward to, John, has to be Vanderbilt and Hawaii. I'm gonna watch Notre Dame Navy, but if you're asking me to pick my favorite, I'll go ahead and pass on the one in Dublin, and I'll take Vandy and Hawaii.
Man,
big rematch coming up here.
How do I say this? There was this young lady that I was reading this morning. She covers Vanderbilt. Went to University at Michigan. I believe her name is Aria.
But anchored down.
Aria or something like that. Like Aria Stark, maybe. But my point is, dude, Vanderbilt.
Aria Gerson.
Good. How did you do that so damn fast?
I just looked up Vanderbilt beat writer. She writes for the Tennessean. She went to Michigan, John.
I told you she went to Michigan.
She did.
Well, I say, aren't you proud? At least I was able to give her partial credit, and you came in there and finished it.
That's right.
I mean, because I didn't think I was going to be talking about her.
Shout out Aria.
I just,
Well, she's a Vanderbilt beat writer, John.
She had a couple good reads out there. I was, checking out their football team. Those in Nashville, do we call them Vanderbillians?
No, they're doors.
They're just the doors.
The doors.
But I think of Jim Morrison.
That's right.
That's
the point.
Riders on the Storm, brother, man.
Mr. Mojo Rising.
Mr. Mojo Rising. But anyway, Vanderbilt, they actually expect them to go bowling this year. I think that it might happen. Reason I'm bringing that up is because we're going to do some totals today. I did all my NFL. All the totals, overs and unders for all of them, division winners. I'm not going to go over every damn team.
In the NFL, you're saying?
But I found about like 7 or 8 of them that I kind of got a little,
tingling in your belly about.
Tingle in my belly, and I'm going to trust my gut, and I'm going to sprinkle some magic, a little sprinkle, magic. Put a little money on that, John. And I feel like we're going to win these.
I like it, John. I'm ready. And that's coming up quick this week. Last preseason games this week for that, so win totals are right around the corner. Speaking of,
and by the way, for all the Doors fans out there, and I'm talking about the Vanderbilt football team, y'all's game is Saturday against Hawaii. It's in Nashville, and I believe it's at 6:30.
6:30, that's right. How about this though? If you look at Vanderbilt's first 6 games, so they have Hawaii at home this week,
win.
Alabama A&M at home next week,
win.
At Wake, that's tough.
The claw fence, though, without Sam Hartman is going to be interesting, but it's still the claw fence.
And then at UNLV. So they could go 4-0 in those games, right? How good's UNLV? I don't know anything about UNLV.
They could.
So then, John, if you play at home against Kentucky and at home against Missouri, could they split?
You split one of those. You'll get one.
You could start 5-1 at the University of Kentucky. At the University of Vanderbilt. I'm so sorry. I got distracted by talking about Kentucky. Vanderbilt could start 5-1, legitimately. That's not like I think Vanderbilt's this good, they'll start 5-1. No, I'm just looking at their opponents. Feasibly, I have 5 wins in those 6 games, right? That is totally feasible.
That is, and plus they
That's
also
crazy.
play the Gators, who look like they're going to be bad. There's a good chance you're going to get that Gators team. And then you're probably going to struggle to win the rest of them.
And then you're done. Then you're done. You might as well quit after that.
You're really going to struggle.
But those are, seriously, though, can you imagine a 5-win? Vanderbilt would get game day against Georgia if they were 5-2 after the Florida game?
In mid-October, I promise
Second week of October. What's a rivalry game week 2 of October?
I can't think right off the hand, but I'm
I
just
don't know
telling
either.
you, in the middle of October, we're not having Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt, Georgia?
Vanderbilt's
what if it's
not hosting game day.
6-1
Even
Vandy
though
against
Nashville's dope.
6-1 Vandy against undefeated Georgia. They don't host? I'm telling you.
You're so no. Well, we are talking a lot of college football today, so I am excited about that because we got to talk about the Pac-12, Jay. We have to talk about the Pac-12. And also, speaking SEC, I'm sorry I forgot to do this. Please tell me you watch Untold Stories and started at least the first episode of the Florida Gators. Have you watched that bad boy?
I haven't yet, John, but I watched. But I read some reviews of it, and I watched their games when they played, so I've got a pretty good understanding of what's going on there.
No, you have to watch it, man. You want to get fired up? Dude, I'm telling you, that stuff just gets me fired up. I love that show. Untold doesn't play no games. They've done the Johnny Manziel one. I haven't seen the Jake Paul one. They say that one's really good. Also, don't forget Netflix dropped that quarterback thing. Now I love Brittany Mahomes because she's just backing her man. She's also jumped off social media. Did you know that?
Wow.
She says because everybody's
social
media.
Media. That's true. People are mean on social media.
So, you know what? She just needs to brush that thing off.
Go on, brush your shoulders off.
Go on, brush your shoulders off, girl. Don't even sweat it. But if I was her, I wouldn't waste my time on social media either. I don't blame her. But we're going to talk a lot of football, the untold stories of the Florida Gators. People, I'm telling you, go to Netflix and watch it. I'm going to be talking about this. This is really freaking awesome. The only complaint that I have is one that I haven't completely fulfilled, but somebody who watched the entire thing.
A lot
already.
of people have. The reviews were not good for it, John.
Really?
Yeah, they weren't good.
Why?
A lot of people said there was no in terms of it. First of all, the first complaint I saw was that it was too long. You could have told the same
no way, dude! I can watch this all day long.
Okay,
let me tell you something. I woke up this morning and I almost didn't come to work today because
you were in it.
I was up in that junk. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm going down to the swamp.
Swamp Kings. The second criticism I saw was that it did not offer any insights into what was going on. It was essentially like the MLB World Series documentaries they do at the end of the year, just recaps the season. They said it was it was reminiscent of that. Do you agree with that? But that's still cool. I watch those MLB documentaries all the time.
Listen, I am not here. I'm here to be entertained.
And if they're taking you game by game, you're seeing the throws, you're seeing the runs, you're seeing all of it.
I'm reliving these things.
Jeff
and I'm
Dibs,
also
Chris
seeing
Rainey.
behind. I'm hearing so many F-bombs. I'm hearing them talk each other up. They're in the weight room.
Tim Tebow dropping an F-bomb?
No. Everybody around him, though. And Tim Tebow, man, he would go. They they lifted weights at midnight every Friday night. Basically, instead of being out at the club.
It wasn't the breakfast club. It was the midnight club.
Season. It was Friday night and Saturday night. So Friday night and Saturday night at midnight, Urban Meyer had the whole team lifting weights. And you went from midnight to 2:30 a.m. So they can't be in the club, they can't be partying, they can't be drinking.
It's kind of genius, John.
They're lifting weights. Tim Tebow came into the weight room war painted up. The teams, they went into the weight room and lifted weights like I've never seen it in my life. It was competition. It was crazy. They would fight in the weight room. It was just great.
That is the least surprising thing I've ever heard. There was fights in the weight room.
Oh, they would
all these guys are insane, John. One of them, when he rests in peace, is no longer with us because of the crazy behavior that he displayed during the course of his
NFL Aaron
career.
Hernandez.
That's right.
No.
And Pouncey twins are on this team.
Hold
They're
on,
nuts.
Here's the thing. This is the one negative that I've been told by my friend. He said there is no really mention of the Pouncey twins.
They're not mentioned?
Mentioned, but they don't go into any depth. You know what I'm saying? Their storyline of the Pouncey twins is not displayed.
Two guys with prolific NFL careers on O-line and not even mentioned. Interesting.
They did not mention Aaron Hernandez.
That I understand.
They did not mention Carlos Dunlap's DUI before the championship game in 2009.
Well, that's understandable, too.
They didn't bring up Cam Newton and him stealing your laptops.
Understandable as well.
They didn't bring up Riley Cooper and the whole yes.
That was in the NFL, though.
It was in the NFL, wasn't it? Okay, well then you know what? I can't. Well, they didn't even bring up Riley Cooper.
Yeah, didn't even bring him up. He was Tim Tebow's roommate. They played baseball together.
They didn't bring up Urban Meyer's wife or their kids.
Or he just played baseball
down in Gainesville. They didn't bring up Urban Meyer's heart attack. Like it was painted in a very pro Southeastern Conference. It's different down here, and football is God, and God is good.
Yeah. That's kind of the similar. That's kind of the second thing I was saying, John. When it was all just like postseason documentary, like look at all the games.
When I got done watching this, I was ready to run through a brick wall.
So that's good at least.
It's like doing an 8-ball yay for a 45, 46-year-old man who doesn't do those type of things.
I'm sure it was like that being within the program as well.
Oh, dude, it was wild. Like, and they ran on. They picked on the weak. And the thing I love about it,
no Pouncey twins mentioned. It's sad though.
But Urban Meyer, and this is something I also got it because you talked about the midnight workouts. Genius. He also did this thing called the Champions Club. He treated his stars like stars. Every meal they would have linen. They would have people wait on them and bring them food. They would have lobsters. They'd have steak. They had anything they wanted. The players that were not stars, they ate on another side that was roped off on the other side of the cafeteria thingy, and they ate hamburgers and hot dogs, and they had to get it themselves.
Just creating division.
And if you wanted, yes, you got to create division. Because if you want stars, you want to be treated good, become a star. Make the freaking tackle. Make the play.
But it seems like there's larger differentiators
Son, this is the
between
SEC, man. This is not about not everybody gets a damn trophy. You understand? It's hard to win a national championship.
It seems like John, the differentiator is not like the way you're saying it is. That's a great idea, right? If you do what we ask you to do and make these plays, you get treated this way. If you do what we ask you to do, I'm going to do what you ask me to do. That kind of thing, give and take kind of thing. It seems like this is more of however bright regardless of the plays you make on the field, as hot, you saw the documentary, I didn't, correct me if I'm wrong, if your star shines brighter, so like maybe a left guard he could play a perfect game.
No. If you're the starting left guard, if you're starting on that football team, you're a star.
Oh, he's in the Champions Club. Oh, I'm all in.
Yeah, like if you start. Now, you can get kicked out of the championships club. Let's say you have a bad game and you lose your job.
Oh, you get a little cocky.
Get a little cocky. I mean, I'm telling you, this is treated stars like stars and treated ish like ish is the way they put it. So I like that. I liked a lot of it. And again, I'm not an Urban Meyer fan at all. But you'll love some Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow's awesome in that thing. He's crazy. Dude, Tim Tebow works out like a lunatic.
I believe it, John.
I mean, I'm talking about a freaking like he's a beast. Like he's in a room full of beasts, and everybody's like screaming and yelling at Tim Tebow and what he's doing in the weight room. He was nuts.
I didn't post. I saw a video that he posted the other day of he was doing a speaking engagement, one of his church things in Austin, and so he got to work out in the Texas football facility while he was down there, and he did a video of himself squatting. He had 3 plates on either side. 3 plates on either side.
He's not playing ball anymore.
And he goes, John, I mean, I was really unhappy with the way I squatted today. I need to be doing a lot more than this. It just wasn't good enough today. Nonetheless, we've got a great – and then he promoted his engagement that night. I'm like, dude, you're mid-30s. You're not playing ball anymore. You just squatted 3 plates on either side, and you're unsatisfied with your performance today. You're a lunatic, brother.
So that would be 270 with 55, so that would be 325.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, not bad, man.
You know, hey, dude, but again,
if you casually.
If you watch the way they worked out at the Swamp, and again, remember, Urban Meyer took over this Florida Gators program when it was straight booty. Like, they were playing for championships when my man Steve was there. The 90s, man, Danny Warfel was doing his dang thing. You know what I'm saying?
Heisman winner.
But when Urban took over in like 2005, that program was going in a different direction. And plus, he'd only been at 2 stops. It was Bowling Green and Utah.
That's right. And in Florida they were zooking him at that point in time.
Mm-hmm. And they booed him when he first started working. I mean, anyway, point is, getting Tim Tebow changed Urban Meyer's life. Like, you'll also learn that in this documentary. Without Tim Tebow, his offense never would have worked. in the Southeastern Conference. He was all about having a quarterback make the runs. Remember, Chris Leak's a guy who was a shotgun guy, a pocket passer, and he tried to make him a runner, and it did not work.
Yeah, he was one of the slowest human beings in the history of mankind.
Yeah, and
that guy had no feet.
No, he did not have feet, but he did get he does have a ring. But anyway,
he does have a ring, and he won it as the starting quarterback too. So God bless him.
But Tim Tebow got all those important hard first downs
and jump passes to
score touchdowns. Man, that damn documentary's so good. I know that critics are gonna. Again, I'm here to get entertained, to relive.
That's right.
And it was as fun as watching a football game on Saturday, which we're going to be doing.
Which we're about to do, John.
So, I mean, I'm telling you, if you want to get ready for football season, go watch Untold, The Swamp, or whatever the hell it's called. But it's about the Florida
Swamp
Gators.
Kings.
Swamp Kings, that's right. And they were kings. It was crazy. Now, we also, again, we're going to talk a lot about U of M's game day experience. They sent out a bunch of stuff. They're changing some stuff at Tiger Lane and blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you all that good stuff from Memphis. Again, we got futures in the National Football League, and we're doing a little bit of gambling. And I wanted to bring this up with you, Jay, to ask you a question. Did you hear John Rahm's comments about gambling in the PGA Tour?
I did not.
You know I'm not a big golf dude.
You're not.
But I have been known to place a wager here or there.
Or two.
Or two, maybe. I find it interesting. And pretty much watching the way it's gone from when we used to have to call your book back in the day and get your lines every morning.
They bring you a brown paper sack with money in it.
Actually, most of the time you met at a car lot, or you would go across the bridge and meet at Southland. People used to do these things all the time. It's the way it was. You'd be listening to the radio in the morning, and again, you would have to call and get your line changed, and then you would tell your bookie, 132. Yeah, minus 7.5. Yeah. Well, it's gone to 8. Oh man. How do you know it's been moved? You know what I mean? Like, it was just a different world. Gambling was kind of frowned upon, believe it or not, even though everybody did it. Now you just get on your little apps, bing, bang, boom, you're gambling. And John Rahm was talking the other day, and I thought it was pretty interesting. He was saying that he feels like when he's on the golf course, they hear pretty much everything. You know what I mean? Like, you got every single round, there's all kinds of things happen. The people are close on you. Spectators are very close. Even if they're not directly talking to you and they're talking to their buddy and they're like, hey, man, I bet $10 he's going to miss it. Or I bet $20 he's going to make a birdie or something like that. You know, there's betting going on. But now it's not as much. Ever since the apps came out, he says it's not as much as, hey, with just the person's buddy, like, here's $50 on who's going to get this hole or whatever. And I did find, by the way, the places I were, like when I was at TPC Southwind, there was a lot of gambling going on.
I walked 18 holes betting on every hole with groups.
Okay, so it was going on everywhere. And when we were in, like, say, the member stand or whatever, the guys would be like, hey, they would pick the next threesome coming up. Each guy would be like, I already got $100 on this guy. You got $100 on this guy. You got $100 on this, winner take all. And just play that one hole that was like hitting into the 17th or something to that, or 9th or whatever I can't remember. But these things were going all on. But he said it's not really the people who are actually spectating that are making, $50, $100 wagers on their success or failure that he's worried about. He's worried about the dudes who go out there and put like serious scratch.
Because now you're invested to make it life difficult for one of the two golfers playing.
Correct. And if you yell in his backswing, we saw that happen. Who was it last week that got really upset when somebody screwed?
It was a playoff. It was a playoff situation.
Was it Max Homa?
I can't remember. Or was it against Max Homa?
Maybe it was. I can't remember.
But
for some reason,
it did happen.
In my head.
You're right. It happened a week before Memphis. The week or 2 weeks before Memphis, something like that. And maybe it was for Lucas Glover to win. Maybe that was one of those 2 weeks. Regardless, it just happened. So good point by John Rahm.
But the point is, what he was saying when he finished it up, he says, my point is people are always looking for but what sport can a spectator affect more than golf? And there's not one.
Tennis would be your only other option, right? That would be
but don't they throw you out if you do anything
exactly
at tennis?
Now, you'll get thrown out of a golf tournament too, but damage has been done if a guy hits it in the water.
Damage has already been done.
In tennis, you affect somebody
if you yell a little bit, or like in the backswing, they're probably not going to throw you out if you maybe like do it only twice in his round. He might be ticked, but I don't see him throwing it. Like, I mean, you have to do something. But you know what I mean. You can affect. John Rahm brought up the point that there's no sport you can affect more, and he's just wondering in the future if you're going to see more of this, because he did allude to it that he says he feels like it's happened a few times on the course. I don't know. I found that fascinating.
Yeah, that's John. As I was walking, it was my biggest fear the whole time. Is I'm hearing people talk about gambling or like betting on sitting on a hole and betting on each group as they come by. All I'm thinking about is, oh my God, now they have a vested interest in what goes on. Mm-hmm. Not to mention,
like, what can I ask you this? Because I have seen this before, and call me crazy, but haven't you also seen a spectator before, like, pick up a ball and throw it in the fairway? Or am I just like seeing things? Like, I feel like somebody did that once.
I think that was recently something happened like that where someone picked something up. I don't remember exactly. I can't think of any like drastic example like the way you're talking about it, but it's happened before.
Or like the ball went foul and the guy kicked it and it shot back out in the fairway.
Yeah,
no, am I crazy?
Generally, if a spectator interferes that much, the PGA official will have them take a drop or like place the ball where they thought it was to give themselves a pretty good lie. So I don't think it affects it that much at the end of the day. But like you're saying, John, a lot of young people generally try to say something as close to right after the shot as they can too, and that's already been a problem. Is it's getting too
like
close
in the hole, yeah.
But so they try to say right when the shot's hit. So now you give people that are already willing to act like that a bet that now I want this person to not play well on this hole. A dangerous game you're playing.
The weird thing is that when I first heard his comments, it took me a minute to kind of register. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, because my initial reaction was like, oh, shut up, John Rahm.
You're just complaining.
Yeah, like, what are you complaining about?
No, that's a good point, though.
Because, I'm just sometimes just childish.
Well, because you think like you, John, you're sweating.
Thinking about it.
You're sweating bets from the first inning or first quarter of a game, so imagine what you would do. Not that you would do this, but
but
you're stressed out while you're watching a golf tournament. You bet on it.
Head, doing all kinds of crazy things. Yeah, like doing dancing, changing seats. Yes. But anyway, if you have any opinions on these,
John.
hit us up.
I like that.
At 901-360-8255 on the text line. On the other side, we got to talk with a little bit of Mr. Dustin Starr. We got Zach Boyd. We got Hardwood because it feels so good. Justin Verlander out. Dude, we got some baseball we got to talk about today, too.
He threw last night, John.
Justin Verlander also threw an F-bomb at Alex Cora, and I thought it was awesome. Like, damn it, Justin Verlander's winning at life, bro. Goes home to Kate Upton every single night, got a ring, got out of New York with the Mets, and they paid him a ton of money and got straight back to where he wanted to be in Houston. My man, what did he go, 6 innings, no runs last night?
Great outing last night.
Yeah, and you know who's choking? Have you seen them Rangers choke? Bruh. I know.
Jordan Montgomery's their ace, John, just like he was the Cardinals' ace earlier this year.
Ooh, man, I can't believe how bad the Rangers are choking. They're the all-star kings. Would they have 5 position players? They had Jonah Heim, you had Young, Simeon. Who else was in the was Seager?
Did you say Jonah Heim?
Yes, and Heim was first.
That might be
I'm just going around. So 4 right field. My brain is so
Adolis Garcia.
Garcia, thank you. Damn, John.
Former Redbird.
You know what I'm telling you something, man? These little tipsy tabs are out of control.
Right.
Have I told you about these?
No.
Dude, if anybody's out there who wants to get a little tipsy and doesn't want to drink a beverage, check out Tipsy Tabs. They're a proprietary blend of Delta 8, 9, 10, and HHC. They are very inexpensive. In fact, I can't remember how much I paid for them. I feel like it was like $15 or something. 4 25 milligram tabs. And by the way, I'm health conscious, right? Gluten-free, nut-free, keto-friendly, or free, whatever that means. I'm not sure how you say keto.
Keto-friendly, I think is what you say.
Keto-friendly. Yeah, man. Check out Tipsy Tabs. Dustin Starr, though. We got to talk with a little wrestling on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
A new era in public safety begins with you. Be the change you want to see. Join us for the Memphis Police Department Hiring Expo, Saturday, August 26, 2023, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 170 North Main Street downtown. We'll be taking applications, performing basic testing, and interviewing candidates on site. Free parking will be located at Poplar Avenue and Front Street. Salary starting at $60,700. Benefits include a $15,000 sign-on bonus, up to $10,000 relocation assistance. For more information or details, visit joinmpd.com.
The Gossett Mitsubishi Summer Sales Event is still going strong at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. Whatever vehicle needs you may be wishing for, we've got you covered at Gossett Mitsubishi. 41 MPG highway that can turn on a dime, that's 2023 Mitsubishi Mirage G4, $17,395 or $249 a month. 2024 Eclipse Cross combines luxurious styling with cutting-edge technology, generous cargo room, and versatility, $29,100 or $399 a month. And the powerful and fun to drive 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander, $29,580 or $499 a month. And you'll always get peace of mind with Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 500 military rebate, G4 PH 006839, MSRP 17895, Cross RZ 00688, MSRP 29850, Outlander PZO 59809, MSRP 30080, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month with approved credit dealer stock only.
Show sponsored by BetterHelp. A therapist can help you map out the life path you really want, so you trust yourself to make great choices. Feel excited about the future. BetterHelp offers convenient professional online therapy on your schedule by phone, chat, or video call. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com/herd. Sign up today. 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/herd.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Drive like a pro and support a great cause during the sales drive at Landers Ford in Collierville, Landers Ford South in South Haven, and Landers Ford North in Covington. We've provided over 100 new Fords to be driven by the pros at the FedEx St. Jude Championship. Now they're all being sold with demo prices. That's right, over 100 new Fords driven by the pros are being sold with demo pricing direct to the public. A portion of the proceeds go directly to the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. This is a once-a-year opportunity to trade up and drive like a pro while supporting a great cause. Visit LandersMemphis.com or come see us at Landers Ford in Collierville, Landers Ford South in South Haven, or Landers Ford North in Covington. With our Landers Easy Pass, you can get top dollar for your trade-in to help you save even more. Don't miss your chance. Reserve your demo-priced new Ford driven by a pro at the FedEx St. Jude Championship and lock in low APR financing. Remember, if it doesn't say Landers, you paid too much.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan's on the other side of the glass. And you know what, man? I was talking with a little Dacus and a little Jay Morgan during the break. They're saying, I'm one of the only people that's saying positive things about The Swamp Kings. And I'm going to say yes, maybe, but that's because the way I'm not down with watching a doc. I don't need to watch Negative Nancy. I don't need to be like, look how many players were arrested. Oh, look at the bad things. Dude, they won a national championship. Tim Tebow was one bad mamma jamma. They did it their own way. They did it with swag. They were crazy. I like the whole brotherhood. Dude, if you want to tell me that I like watching the positive spin on something, well, I guess I do. And plus, like watching a Debbie Downer show ain't going to make you want to run through a wall and going to get you so fired up for this Saturday to see football. It was like reliving, the glory moments of those Gator runs, and I dig that. No, they didn't talk about Aaron Hernandez, the Pouncey twins. They didn't talk about
what's controversial about the Pouncey twins? Like, they used to get in a lot of fights, but they just had prolific NFL careers. I don't know what's
prolific. No, they were tearing things up down in Gainesville.
Maybe it's because people said that they were associated
the cops
with
down in Gainesville. Like, they were covering up everything for the football team. I mean, you know what I mean? Which is a good thing, in my opinion, personally. If you want to be a college town, make sure you take care of what is important, and that's your damn football players. I mean, that was a natty, baby. I do think I would be good.
They were. I also now remembering they were associated with the murders that Aaron Hernandez was. That's probably why they didn't mention the Pouncey twins.
Again, they had great NFL
potential
careers.
Murderers,
national champs,
potential murderers,
national champs, brother. OJ, let me tell you something. Is OJ more beloved, or is he? Do people hate him?
This generation going woke, and now we can't even murder people anymore. All these woke kids, Jesus.
Oh man, hey, we got to talk with our good buddy Dustin Starr. What's up, Starr? How's life?
Yo, man, I am here at the Wrestle Center. I am stocking, slamming snacks with Wrap Snacks, C4 Energy, Prime, you name it. We are getting ready for this weekend. We have a huge TV taping. And
dude, you giving that to your wrestlers or your audience?
Man, both of them. You see the crowd here at the Wrestle Center? They are amped up and fired up because, I mean, look, all right, so I'm back here. Let me just tell you. We've got Prime, we have C4, we have Monster, we have Red Bull, Mountain Dew, and Sprite. So I think we've got them all covered.
Heck yeah, you do. Man, you get me fired up. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to get them fired up. So the fans are fired up, the wrestlers are fired up, and you just have one heck of a show when that happens.
Now, what's been going down? You had a huge event. Ho! Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Give me a little recap of everything that went down.
Man, we are still calculating the money, but I think the
that is
total
a great
amount raised was over $20,000
what?
for St. Jude. Yeah, now, of course, there's going to be
Great
expenses
job.
and all that stuff, so we'll get the bottom line number. But, man, the people showed up out there in Pontotoc. We had water slides, bouncy houses, live music, just a little bit of everything. And then Hacksaw showed up in a limousine, which was awesome, and signed up some 2x4s and took some pictures, and just really, really cool. It was awesome to I've met Hacksaw before, but never in this type of capacity, so it was very cool to hang out with him. And Miss Deborah was really nice as well. So I am proud to report that, they say never meet your heroes, but in this case, go meet Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he is a great guy. And again, doing all that stuff for St. Jude and the way the dude's battled cancer twice and beat it, just the inspiration is pretty awesome. Now, got to ask you, though, because that was one great event that just came and it's gone and that's life. What's next, my man?
Man, we are gearing up for one of the busiest weeks ever. So on Saturday night, we're going to be in Gleason, Tennessee, which is up just past Jackson, Tennessee. So they watch us on the WBBJ CBS up there. But that is during their, it's a sweet potato festival. And it's like the
Tater Town Throwdown.
Yeah, so we got the Tater Town Throwdown. And, man, believe it or not, the Coach Lee and one of the principals, these guys want to get in the ring. So they're actually cutting promos and putting them out to the students. And then, of course, the posse are stirring the pot. So getting ready for a big fundraiser event out in Gleason,
and that's Saturday, August 26th.
Yes. Now, the next day, we got to get done and get back to Memphis because the next day, 12:30 VIP with Enzo Amore. We ring the bell at 1:45, and we'll film 3 awesome episodes. And this will be the first TV taping where we have all 3 episodes that we are producing for WMC Action News Plus. So we're super excited about that. The news press release went out earlier this week. I know we talked about it last week. But, yeah, It's been official, but everybody approved the press release. It went out, and so this will be the first taping where all 3 episodes will be for not only the rest of the markets that we're in, but for WMC Action News Plus.
And then don't you
so
have
that's going on?
Like you have that, and don't you have also like some was it AEW?
Yes. So this is a little bit. There's a lot of questions about this one because AEW All In is going to take place at Wembley Stadium. So they're doing it live. So that means here at the Memphis time, Central Standard Time Zone, is going to be 1 p.m. And so, of course, we're going to be here at the Wrestle Center doing our television taping with a packed house. So what we've done is we've requested Dave & Buster's give us a special viewing time.
Whoa.
So we're going to be here for TV. So Enzo will be here. We have Memphis Wrestling Live, 1:45 bell time. As soon as we're done here, we're going to head over to Dave & Buster's and watch AEW All In absolutely free. Now, that's going to take place at 7 p.m. So what you got to do is stay off your phone. You're going to be at Memphis Wrestling anyway. Stay off your phone. Mm-hmm. Don't get the spoilers.
Don't find out
head
who
out to
did
Dave
what.
Buster's. Right. And also, a cool thing about this is these pay-per-views now are like $60. So, if you come to Memphis Wrestling, you might not want to go home and then say, gosh, you got to spend $60 on that. Dude, just come to Dave & Buster's and watch it free. And then also win some free game cards and wrestling tickets and stuff. So we figured that out. We got a special 7 p.m. watch party on Sunday. It's absolutely free. It's AEW All In. And who knows? Maybe Enzo will want to come watch wrestling with us after he beats somebody up here at the Wrestle Center. So that's going down on Sunday. And then we don't stop there because Monday, WWE is in town for WWE Raw at FedEx Forum. And, of course, that is always the number one most watched show in the city of Memphis is WWE SmackDown. So WWE is extremely popular here in Memphis. So, of course, there's going to be a big Monday Night Raw pre-party at Ghost River. About 5 o'clock, I'll be there. I'm going to be taking in a couple of adult beverages. And then right about 7 o'clock when it's bell time, we're all going to walk over to FedEx Forum together. That's a free pre-party, family-friendly. New Wing Order has wings there, so we can grab a bite to eat, grab a drink, and then head over and watch wrestling together. And then, of course, the rest of the week, I'm going to be at AutoZone Park. Redbirds, man. The homestand is coming up this week. So a lot of stuff going on, Johnny.
Bro, I thought I was busy. You are.
You are.
Everywhere.
You are.
You are literally everywhere. That is absolutely wild. I got to ask you a question, though. I keep hearing somebody told me to ask you what you think about some dude named Adam Cole in AEW.
Adam Cole, baby.
Baby.
Oh, Jay knows.
Yeah, you know Adam Cole, baby?
Oh, Adam Cole, baby. I love Adam Cole, baby. Recently tag teamed with MJF to make one of the most dynamic tag teams I've ever seen.
Yes, my buddy was telling me that they think he's going to come back from London with like 2 titles or something. Am I crazy?
So here's the weird thing is MJF is the AEW World Champion, and his tag team partner and friend is Adam Cole, baby. He's the number 1 contender. So they're going to wrestle for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship in the main event. But in the pre-show, which I think is called Ground Zero, Adam Cole and MJF are going to be wrestling for the Ring of Honor tag team title. Now, that is a very...
So tag team wrestling, like a couple of tag team dudes, like they're on the same team. They tag each other in.
Team, and then later on in the night, they're going to wrestle each other in the main event one-on-one.
Oh, that's pretty, like, that's some good storyline action.
I mean, so initially as a promoter and a booker, I'm saying, oh my gosh, you're putting your main event on first. What if somebody gets hurt? Or the other part of the promoter in me and storytelling is like, okay, so they're definitely going to do something in that tag team match that's going to make us want to see that one-on-one match.
They're going to lose, and it's going to be somebody's fault, and he's going to blame the other guy.
Right. Something's got to happen. So I'm kind of hating on it like, these guys shouldn't wrestle twice. They're the main event. But then the other part of me is like, okay, let me see what they're going to do. So, yeah, Adam Cole is red hot. He came from WWE on the NXT brand. And the consensus is that he just wasn't a big enough guy to be a major star in WWE. That's what they thought. And so, of course, AEW picked him up a couple of years ago, and here he is, the biggest event in the history of AEW. 80,000 tickets have been sold, Johnny. And this is a company that's not called WWE. So this is like crazy that another company could sell 80,000 tickets. So it's a big night, and Adam Cole's on top. He's actually starting the show and ending the show, it looks like.
Dustin, it seems kind of like the size thing has been a factor in why a lot of guys end up having to go to AEW. WWE just doesn't want to mess with them for whatever reason. But I want to ask you about that. What do you expect to happen in this AEW with the MJF and Adam Cole controversy? If you were the promoter, which you are here for local wrestling and you do a lot of the stuff for Men's Championship Wrestling, if you were the promoter, how would you tell the story?
I think Adam Cole's going to turn on MJF. And the reason I think is because MJF is the ultimate bad guy. Like, when he signs your autograph at an event, he'll throw the paper at you. Like, if you give him an action figure, he signs it, he will literally throw it on the ground where you have to pick it up. If you take a picture with him, he will flip the bird no matter who it is. He's just he's a heel. So I think him being cheered, I think that nobody's going to see it coming, and Adam Cole will turn on MJF. I don't think that they should change the championship to Adam Cole, but really, if you do something, it's like somebody making a return at the Royal Rumble and not winning it. You know what I mean? So if something big happens and Adam Cole doesn't get the title, what's next for Adam Cole? You see what I mean?
I do. I like where your head's at with what you're saying, though.
Yeah, so I guess
it's
all
baby
depends on what happens in that
versus
tag
heel.
team match. Well, right now it's set to be babyface versus babyface, so the fans will be split. Like, they will be chanting MJF, and they'll probably be chanting MJF, baby. You know, they'll have a dual chant. But I do think that it would be better if one of them was the ultimate heel and being booed. But you know, there is something to 80,000 people split right down the middle, dual chanting for two of your biggest stars. I mean, that's really cool. And when we book stuff here at Memphis, a lot of times I try to book it thinking about the reaction of what's going to happen inside the arena. Are the people going to cheer it? Are they going to boo it? Are they going to chant? And 9 times out of 10, if you have a really good grasp on what the fans like, you can pretty much guess what they're gonna do. So if it is babyface versus babyface, I think the crowd will be split right down the middle. It's going to be fun. But if something happens in that tag team match at the beginning, then it's definitely going to set the pace for what's going to happen in the very, very end. So. And one of the cool things, man, is we're talking about it. We don't know. You know, so many times we talk about wrestling, it's like, we knew that was going to happen. Well, now this is a good story where we don't know what's going to happen. We have to tune in and see it.
Shoot, and we can all tune in. Again, when do we get to tune in and where do we need to be?
Sunday, Dave and Buster's. We have a special watch party at 7 p.m. Of course, when we post this on social media, it's like, hey, you know this is supposed to happen at 1. Like, we know, but we have our
but
own,
we got our own wrestling thing going down, man.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have a packed house, too. Enzo is very, very popular. This week alone, Enzo was on Busted Open Radio, which is one of the top, I guess, Sirius XM programs for wrestling. He was on Impact Wrestling and also on New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, like, he seems to be in the forefront, like in the spotlight right now. And he's going to do a little media around Memphis here and then make his appearance on Sunday. So we've got him doing, he's going to have a match. And, of course, anybody that knows Enzo, he's going to talk. So I imagine he's going to be talking. We'll have to go to commercial break, and he'll still be talking when we come back.
Man, it sounds like it's a lot of fun. And, again, don't forget also you have the Tater Town Throwdown. That's going to be on Saturday, August 26th. It's a beautiful fundraiser benefit the Gleason School.
Yes, Gleason High School. Of course, the coaches and everybody's involved in this one. There's no telling what's going to happen. So that'll be our first time out there in Gleason. And there's been a lot of buzz, and then we're coming right back on Sunday for our television taping.
And then Monday?
I've got some Monday's WWE Raw. I'm actually going to appear on the Jessica Benson show.
When?
On Grind City Media, coming up on Monday, just giving you what to look out for. So when WWE is in town, what do you need to look out for? Where do the wrestlers hang out? You know, is it okay to approach them at the gym and get an autograph? Where do they eat? Like, do you need to bring signs to Monday Night Raw? What's going to happen on Raw? So I'll get the stage set and get everybody ready on Monday morning for exactly what they're going to be in store for on Monday night.
Jessica Benson and CJ Hurt, man. They're going to have Dustin Starr on Monday. So, man, make sure everybody checks that out. That'll be a lot of fun. Tell Jessica and CJ I said what up.
You know, I love both of them. CJ, man, me and CJ go way back. Anytime he comes on and talks wrestling with me, you know, we got to talk like Rikishi, the Stink Face, like all the old school stuff. Because he pays attention like a little bit. He knows John Cena's coming back. He knows Brock Lesnar's still kicking.
Wait, John Cena's coming back? The dude who does the weird commercials?
Yes, John Cena. He's the man.
Like he's got like jumping out of an airplane with like a milk. Or
that reminds me, Dustin. Did you see his longtime rival CM Punk dress up in a costume to wrestle last week?
Yes, I did. That's a whole nother thing right there. Punk, man, he is running wild. Apparently, all these news stories that are coming out about Punk in the backstage area, having people thrown out, like all sorts of stuff, man. Like, the internet has brought it to where what is real and what is fake.
Can't even keep track anymore.
He was dressed up as a different character in order to get a sneak attack on Samoa Joe. So I think CM Punk and Samoa Joe are going to be going one-on-one at Wembley Stadium for AEW. Now, I thought they should do CM Punk versus MJF because CM Punk has the real World's Championship over his shoulder that he painted an X on. And meanwhile, MJF is the champion. So to me, put those two guys in the main event, two of the biggest stars in the company. But I'm sure that they've got some plans to do that down the road.
That's could be coming.
Punk's back. Punk is back, man. If you're not up to date on the stories, go and just Google CM Punk. There's a lot of backstage stuff.
And like you said, Dustin, it might not all be true, but if you have any doubts about it, they're sure having him lose a lot at the beginning of his return back to AEW for some of it not to be true.
I'll tell you this. There's a little media scrum that happened. I can't remember what pay-per-view, but just Google CM Punk media scrum. And that was CM Punk's exit from AEW before he made his eventual return, a couple of months ago. But, yeah, CM Punk's always going to be in the news. I guess that's a good thing because if you're in the news, people are talking about you.
Dang right.
This is my cup of tea right here, Dustin. I like the WWE fine. I'm actually considering going to Raw, and I love what you guys do at Memphis Wrestling as well. Those are the two for me. Memphis Wrestling and AEW. Those are the two that butter my bread.
Well, good. I know that we've got Raw coming on the 28th. We have Impact Wrestling coming on September 22nd and 23rd at Graceland Soundstage, so that's going to be really cool. And then I've been hearing the buzzing that in the fourth quarter of this year, AEW is coming to Memphis, Tennessee. Last week they were in Nashville, so I can only imagine that we would see some sort of announcement as early as next week because I think, and again, I have no inside knowledge, this is just me speculating here, I think they're going to go to FedEx Forum, and I don't think that they can announce it until after the WWE event, the way that the contracts and stuff are structured. But I would expect AEW to make an announcement. So that way you'd have WWE, Impact Wrestling, and AEW all like within a couple of months from each other. So that's huge. That's huge for Memphis Wrestling. That's huge for wrestling fans. And if we can pack these buildings out, they'll come back over and over again.
Man, I'm telling you right now, it's a big time for wrestling. Go to championshipwrestlingmemphis.com for all things related to wrestling. Follow Dustin at Dustin Starr with 2 R's to keep abreast of everything that's going down. And always listen right here on Wednesday. And don't forget, Monday, check out Jessica Benson, CJ Hurt, because Dustin Starr is coming on to keep everybody, you know where, like you said, where the wrestlers are going to be, what to bring, if you're going to go down to a FedEx Forum and watch a little WWE. Dustin, be blessed and I know you have a busy week, man. I know you're going to kill it. We'll talk to you again next Wednesday.
Hey, one quick last thing. This week, before Raw comes to Memphis, I'm going to interview one of the longest reigning Intercontinental champions ever. He's the current Intercontinental champion, Gunther. So follow me at Dustin Starr, and I'll have that posted up here the next couple of days. But we're going to be talking to Gunther ahead of a big Intercontinental title match coming up on Monday's Raw. So I'll talk to you guys next week with all the scoop.
Man, be blessed. That is Starr. Back in 2 Shakes, talking Pac-12, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Homer Skelton Hyundai Genesis in Olive Branch has an offer you can't refuse. They will pay you to do business with them if you want luxury. And I'm talking the Genesis G70 car. If you would love to have that kind of new technology, they will give you a $1,000 rebate when you finance with Genesis Motor Finance. In other words, they'll pay you $1,000 to do business with them, and you get brand new luxury. You can't beat it. That's Homer Skelton Hyundai Genesis, right at the corner of Craft Road and Highway 78 in Olive Branch. Homer Skelton Hyundai Genesis in Olive Branch, where customer retention is amazing. There's a reason. They take care of you with a team that's been together for a long time. Whether it's finance or whether it's service, you can't beat them. Homer Skelton Hyundai Genesis.
Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience by betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. There's a reason why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Their app is simple to use. They've got great odds on all different betting markets, unique, fun bet types like same-game parlay, and exclusive always-on promotions such as enhanced odds boost on the biggest events to let you get more action out of every game day. And if you win, they even get you your winnings safely in as little as 24 hours. If you've never tried FanDuel Sportsbook, what are you waiting for? Go to FanDuel.com, Sports56 promo code to get in on the action, all on an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. Just go to FanDuel.com, Sports56 to join now or sign into your FanDuel Sportsbook account. Must be 21 or older and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. $10 deposit required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable. Bonus bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line at 1-800-889-9789.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. If you need a new roof for your home or business, we hope to hear from you and will work hard to earn your business. We are experts and certified in residential and commercial roofing, siding, and gutter installation. I have been serving the Memphis area for over 20 years, and now with 2 of my sons working with me, we plan to be here for years to come. So if you need a roof, please give us a call. On a personal note, what a great time it is to be a Memphis sports fan. With the Grizzlies and the Redbirds and 901 FC, not to mention Tigers football and basketball, it's going to be a fun year. Thanks to Coach Silverfield and Coach Hardaway and their staffs for their dedication to the student and athletes, the University of Memphis, the City of Memphis, and us fans. Five Ash Roof Services, a proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Five Ash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Attention, everyone. Family Leisure needs your help clearing out their inventory. Let me say that again. Family Leisure is needing your help to clear out their inventory. And to do so, there are tons of great deals throughout the store. For example, all do-it-yourself pools are $1,000 off. Special 24-foot round pools for less than $2,000. Select play gyms, only $18.99. Hey, if you need patio furniture, they have patio furniture that's now up to 30% off. Spas are in stock. They're up to $1,200 off. Now listen up, because I'm only going to say this once. 24 months, same as cash financing, is now available through this sale. Family Leisure needs your help clearing out their inventory, so come and do your part at Family Leisure. Whitten Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
You want the hottest summer deals in the Mid-South? We got it at Gossett Kia on the Pike. 41 MPG Highway, we got it in 2023 Kia Forte LXS. $249 a month, $29.99 due at signing. Get SUV action in 2023 Nero EV Wind. 253 miles of EPA estimated range. $292 a month, $49.99 due at signing. Or 2023 Kia EV6 Wind with up to 134 city, 101 highway MPGE. Only $425 a month, $49.99 due at signing. All 36-month leases. Plus, Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Ask for Bobby J. He's ready to put you in a new Kia today. Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles, 20 cents excess mileage. Forte PE 659,993. MSRP 22,540. Nero P 501,5237. MSRP 41,390. EV6 P 560,3393. MSRP 50,200. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for details. Offer valid through 9/5/23. Dealer stock only. Warranties. A limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's on the other side. Big thanks to Dustin Starr. We talked a little wrestling, AEW, WWE, and Memphis Wrestling. Championship, MemphisWrestling.com.
I'm looking at tickets for Raw right now.
Tearing it up.
I'm looking for tickets for Raw right now, and they're
what a name, Raw.
Howdy.
I'm looking at tickets for some Raw.
But they're expensive, man.
Raw.
They're expensive. I wanted to get on the floor. That was the first place I looked, was to get on the floor, and I don't have the amount of money that is necessary to sit on the floor at a WWE event.
Maybe
hopefully
lucky.
I'll get to it early for if AEW, if Dustin's right, and I hope he's right. If AEW announces they're coming to town, I want to get right there in the corner. You know what I'm talking about in the corner, John? So I want to sit on the floor. There's like areas. So they got the stage that walks out, and on either side of the stage, there's a little spot for people to sit. I want to be on, if you're walking out on the stage, I want to be on the left side in the corner for an AEW event. Do you want to know why, John?
Because you want to be able to smell their stank.
No. This is for, I hope anyone that listens to AED. There's a tag team, a trio, but really just a duo now because one of the guys retired. Tag team called The Acclaimed. And The Acclaimed is two guys, and their third member was a fella named Billy Gunn, or as he goes by in AEW, John, Daddy Ass. It's a callback to his first name in WWE was Mr. Ass, so he's Daddy Ass in this one. And so The Acclaimed walk out there. They walk when they go out there, and they say, "The Acclaimed have arrived!" And then he demands, he goes, "Scissor me, Daddy Ass!" And they go out there and they scissor each other in the middle of the ring.
Is this real?
That's a real thing they do, John. It's the greatest gimmick in the history of wrestling.
This is not real.
Daddy Ass scissors The Acclaimed in the middle of the ring.
And this is AEW?
AEW.
It doesn't feel like that's very kid-friendly.
Oh, no. They'll curse. Because it's on TBS, so they say poop, but the word that we can't say on the radio that means poop, we can say crap, but there's one level above that we can't say. They say that on all the time.
On TBS?
On TBS and TNT, oh yeah.
Wow.
You're cursing nowadays, brother.
Man, the world's gone wild. Speaking of wild, we do have to talk a little about the Pac-12 because they're the biggest irony this year in college football is the fact that in the Swan Song, the last year for the Pac-12 is probably the best year they're going to have in a long time. Washington's going to be good, even though they lost their running back Davis for the season to an injury. Sad stuff. They're going to be good. Michael Penix Jr., those wide receivers. You got USC. Everybody knows Caleb Williams. Don't forget, the Oregon Ducks, led by Dan Lanning. You remember Dan Lanning from Georgia? He's got Bo Nix, another kid. They're like SEC on the left coast. They're going to be tough as nails this year, I believe. Utah, who's been tough, two-time champs of the Pac, well, they have a little issue. Cam Rising's shoulder is still banged up, and have you seen the line? It's dropped all the way down to 4.5 when they play the Gators. Doesn't look like he's going to play in the very, very first game. At least it's shaping up that way. That's not good. Plus, you have the Oregon State Beavers. You heard DJU. He's going to be the QB for the Beaver. I think he's going to do better. I think he just didn't like being a Tiger. Now that he's going to be a Beaver, I think he's going to be better. What do you think?
I very well could, John. It's certainly hard to get worse. And Beaver, hey, going to Oregon from the SEC has been a good path, is it not?
It has. It has.
It has been already.
Don't forget, though, that's a lot of teams I just talked about. How many teams did I just mention? 4 or 5?
Oh, yeah.
That's the problem, though. The Pac's going to be the best they've been in a long time, but I don't know if they can make the college football playoffs because of possible in-conference hate crimes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you're going to get a team that's going to get through here unscathed. Like, I see a couple losses for Oregon. I see a couple losses for USC. I see a couple losses for Washington. I see a lot of losses for Utah if Cam Rising doesn't get healthy. We'll talk Pac-12 football, but we have Zach Boyd on the other side. We got Hardwood because it feels so good. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Play the key. There's someone in my head, but it's not me.
A new era in public safety begins with you. Be the change you want to see. Join us for the Memphis Police Department Hiring Expo, Saturday, August 26, 2023, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 170 North Main Street downtown. We'll be taking applications, performing basic testing, and interviewing candidates on site. Free parking will be located at Poplar Avenue and Front Street. Salary starting at $60,700. Benefits include a $15,000 sign-on bonus, up to $10,000 relocation assistance. For more information or details, visit joinmpd.com.
Response to the all-new Genesis Diamonds has been incredible. Hey, it's Eric Hasseltine, and people are loving what Genesis has brought to Memphis. It's a mind-blowing selection and prices you never thought possible. What people really love about Genesis is the transparency and the education. Genesis is revealing all the long-held secrets of the diamond industry. They teach you how to buy like a dealer buys and how to understand the way diamonds are priced by the wholesalers, how slight variations in size and clarity can translate into thousands in savings. At Genesis, their non-commissioned diamond experts are there to guide you every step of the way. Their diamond education will make you a better, more informed consumer. I'm telling you, don't buy a diamond anywhere, not a natural diamond, not a lab-grown diamond, until you check out what you can get here. Discover Genesis Diamonds, the store that's forever changing how people in Memphis buy diamonds and fine jewelry. Now open in Poplar Commons at Poplar and Perkins Extended, the official jeweler of the Tennessee Titans.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
1912, 1900, 1911, 1853, and now 1837. This is Shell Dunn Rosengarten with Mark's Benstorff Realtors. I have just sold one of the oldest homes in Shelby County. No brag, just fact. I'm very proud of selling homes across the age spectrum, and I can sell yours, whether it was built in the 1800s, the 1900s, the 2000s, or if it's only 2 years old. I may have the worst golf game in town, and I rarely make a par, and forget about birdies, I do real estate. That's why my golf game is so bad. I spend most of my time taking care of my clients. I have a highly successful strategic marketing program and tell people to talk to 2 to 3 brokers, but make sure that I'm one of them. Remember, when you want the job done, call Shell Dunn. Call me now at 483-0546 or email me at memphisrelocate.com. That's right, relocate is my middle name. memphisrelocate.com or 483-0546. I'm waiting for your call or email.
The Gossett Mitsubishi Summer Sales Event is still going strong at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. Whatever vehicle needs you may be wishing for, we've got you covered at Gossett Mitsubishi. 41 MPG highway that can turn on a dime, that's 2023 Mitsubishi Mirage G4, $17,395 or $249 a month. 2024 Eclipse Cross combines luxurious styling with cutting-edge technology, generous cargo room, and versatility, $29,100 or $399 a month. And the powerful and fun-to-drive 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander, $29,580 or $499 a month. And you'll always get peace of mind with Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 500 military rebate, G4 PH 006839, MSRP 17895, Cross RZ 00688, MSRP 29850, Outlander PZO 59809, MSRP 30080, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month with approved credit, dealer stock only.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan's always in the house, chilling, doing his thing. He's trying to get to AEW, I believe. Is that what it's called?
WWE.
WWE.
AEW tickets would have already been bought, John. WWE tickets, I've kind of been putting it off. I was like, it'd be cool to go see wrestling. But now I'm debating. I'm going back and forth over here. I mean, Dustin Starr gave me a lot to think about. Going to see Raw on Monday night at FedEx Forum would be awesome, objectively awesome. But what if AEW comes in the next couple months? That's a lot of money for both to get both tickets there. Maybe I want to choose one versus
another.
another.
You would probably never be good at dating multiple people. You got it. You can't. You got to think. You got to be in the moment with each one. You're over here.
But I just got in this moment. I'm just now weighing.
I know,
you know,
but you're weighing already. You can't weigh. You got to you go. If you want to go to the WWE, you go and you worry about the AEW when it comes down the road. Because if you love the AEW, you're going to show up. You know what I'm saying? Telling you, this is, by the way.
So when you date two women,
this is definitely the opposite. In what have you ever?
So when you're dating multiple people, you ignore everything in your bank account. Whatever the money in your bank, doesn't matter. It's just I want to get to two people I'm dating.
Correct.
Or more.
I was gonna say it could be. I mean, why has it got to be two?
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this is just how it works. And by the way,
No,
just so
John,
you
I've
know,
never
it works
done that.
out. It works out usually. I'm telling you,
It does?
Life works itself out. It
Wow.
might be tough sometimes.
Wow.
But everything always ends up working out.
Okay.
I don't know if you know this, Jay. Every single bad day you've ever had, everything that you thought when it was the very end, you just weren't going to make it. You've survived every single time.
Because if
that
I
means
hadn't,
you're batting 1,000.
Because if I
just
hadn't,
keep pushing it.
Yeah, but it only takes one time to not.
But again, hey, do you want to live like that? Where you're worried about that one time? No, go out there and live.
No, I don't want to live like that, actually.
Okay, all right. Well, with different strokes for different folks. I'm Zach Boyd. What's up, my man?
What's going on?
Man, just talking a little this, talking a little that.
Yeah, I can tell. Like, I guess it's different strokes for different folks. And isn't that right, J-Mo?
That's what I always say, at least. It's like one of my. I always write down John's catchphrases. That would probably be one of mine. Is different strokes for different folks. I would just stop at different strokes. Also, great television show, by the way. Anyway, probably you guys want to talk about sports or something.
Now, different strokes. I can't remember what's the dude who was on there. He was in Ja Morant's. No, the one that was in Ja Morant's card. Did you see his Ja Morant's rookie card that had like the Tuies were in it? You had rappers. I think it was like
you had Key Glock and
Young Dolph. Dude, and remember, I went to Young Dolph's funeral by accident. Do you remember that? Did
No, you never told me this.
Gary Coleman was in different
Oh, yeah,
strokes.
Gary
For
Coleman.
the love of God, why couldn't I do that?
But who's his brother? Willis. No.
Will Coleman. He
No,
played at
is
Memphis.
Isn't it Willis?
Willis Coleman. Oh, Willis Jackson. Oh, in the show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Willis. Oh, yeah,
What's his real name? Todd Bridges?
Todd Bridges, yeah.
He's also in on Ja Morant's rookie card.
Todd Bridges is on Ja Morant's rookie
You
card?
haven't seen this? Hold on. Y'all have not seen this?
I've seen
did
his
not
rookie
know that.
card, but I haven't really I haven't really had a
Google
gone
this
deep
real quick.
into it.
Ja
looking at it right
Morant's
now.
rookie card has the Tuies. It has
Oh, my
Key
God!
Glock, Young Dolph, and Todd Bridges up in the top, in the background.
Wow, that's crazy.
And this
apparently,
is his rookie card.
Apparently, it has actually made the value of the card skyrocket since its release because of everybody that's also pictured in it.
Well, dadgum right.
Also, I was like about to be shocked because he was saying like he went to Young Dolph's funeral. I was like, sir, what type of connections do you have?
Oh my God,
no.
that is Todd
haven't
Bridges.
told you
There's
this.
no way that's Todd Bridges. There's no way. That can't be.
It is Todd
that guy,
Bridges.
That guy looks exactly like Todd Bridges,
No,
though.
it is. They talk about it because I saw the Mint thing. It was on TMZ months ago. Like it
You
was
see where
in
he's
Total Sports.
Tell you what, he is sitting in a terrible spot for a former TV show.
I don't know if you know this. It was a long time since he's been starring, Holmes.
I know, but
I don't know if you know.
But so
stars sometimes run on hard times, homie, just like the rest of us.
So it looks like this picture, the background is a baseline side, right? So you got the Tuies and Key Glock sitting baseline courtside. Pretty cool place to sit.
Yep.
Behind that, so behind the goal seats are not good. This guy is sitting all the way on the left side.
That's the first level, dude. You realize that, right?
Yeah, but
that's in the bowl.
No,
they're all good seats.
Okay,
just because
John,
he was
every
on TV.
seat. No, listen. Every seat in the arena is a good seat.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I don't
it doesn't matter.
No, it's not.
They sell those seats for less because they're less valuable than the ones down the side. So this is a guy that used to be on TV, sitting 4 rows up, all the way against the railing, behind the bleeping goal. I mean,
Dude,
get your money up,
Todd
brother.
Bridges. When's the last time
He's
you
on
saw
TV, John.
Again, tell me outside of different strokes where my man's getting
John,
any revenue.
We have listeners that are bankers that or name another job. Name a fireman, for goodness sakes, that have better season tickets than Todd Bridges has. You can go flex out there.
He doesn't have season tickets. He was there for that specific game.
I think it is embarrassing that Todd Bridges is 4 rows up. And honestly, he should put a bag over his head in public. I don't think I would show my face in public anymore if I was Todd Bridges.
Could I just tell you something?
I mean,
Todd
honestly,
Bridges,
get your money up. You should be embarrassed, Todd.
The Alien Express. I'm sure you've never heard of that film in 2005. He did L.A. Heat.
Sean Tui owns a couple of Taco Bells.
He sold it for $200+ million, bro. You think $200 million is the
please,
cost?
This guy, first of all, hates black people, apparently. And then
you don't want to. Please tell me you're joking. Do not do this.
And owns a couple of Taco Bells. I mean, please. Todd Bridges was on Different Strokes with Gary Coleman. Look, those two guys should be switched. Frankly, Todd Bridges got more money than Sean Tui. He should.
Was it? What show did you call it? Different Strokes.
Different Strokes.
I thought it was Facts of Life.
He might have been on Facts of Life too, but he was definitely on Different Strokes.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, like 100% positive, Sean.
No, I'm not sure.
Okay, well,
no, I'm not. I can't remember which one Different Strokes is.
Gary Coleman.
What you talking about, Willis?
That's right.
Who is Gary Coleman's parents?
In real life or in the show?
In the show.
It was Todd Bridges, one of his parents, wasn't it?
No, he was the brother.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because he was Willis. He was Willis. Hey, what you talking about, Willis? I don't remember who his parents were.
All right. Anyway, we just walked down TV. That went sideways. That was funny though. But it was all about Ja Morant's rookie card. Now, I guess I'm going to stick with Ja Morant. I want to ask you real quick. NBA 2K's ratings have come out. Is Ja going to be happy being basically 15th?
I think that's fair.
I think it's fair too.
It might
92 rating out of 100. That's 15th. That's good for 15th.
Well, who's the
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander moved up ahead of him this year. That's the kind. He went from 14th to 15th, and I think that's the only slight.
That's the only one. Like I think Ja's better than Shai.
Man, I don't know.
From a 2K standing, like that's in my eyes, but you know,
it's a good one. I ain't worried about it. Now, did want to ask you a little bit about the USA basketball team. We'll come back and talk a little Grizzlies about their schedule. Trey J. be tearing it up, man. What's going on with USA Hoops?
I love this moment for Jaren because not only is he improving, and I said this before. Not only is he improving, but it's allowing him to get coaching outside of the normal voices. Now, not to say that he's turning a deaf ear to what the coaching staff is saying, but you know, it's good to have a different perspective on different things. Like it's good to have other voices that kind of come in and kind of critique your game a little bit, that kind of help you prepare for the upcoming season. So he, you know, looking at the social media clips that been posted out by Team USA, you know, his interaction with Mark Few from Gonzaga, his interaction with Steve Kerr, with Eric Spoelstra, with Ty Lue, like some of the best minds in basketball, I guess you could say, from their respective teams. Like, yeah, that will help him. That will help his development a whole lot. And I'm really excited to see what the next step is for him, because building off what he put together last year, I mean, like you could easily say that he hasn't even reached his ceiling yet. Easily.
I'm with you on that. Now, also the FIBA World Cup's getting ready to start. It begins this Friday, runs through September 10th. You expecting this team to come out there and take care of business? Because last year, 2019 the last time they did this, bad boy?
Or something like that. They lost to the Nigerians.
And they finished bad. They got 7th place.
Yeah, it was something. It was kind of bad. Like,
yeah, it didn't work out for them last time. You expect them to come out there, since they struggled back in 2019
I
with
think,
that 7th place finish. Are they going to come out there and try to dominate and win it?
I think so. I mean, considering that most of these countries are fielding their A-level squads. And this is what I can say this in confidence. This is what your C level, maybe your D level team. So I think, again, like if there's one thing with Team USA that you can count on, you count on athleticism, because they can get out and run. But then also, like, when they're committed on the defensive end, they're like one of the hardest teams that you're gonna be able to score on. And so you're going to have to – so those other countries going to have to run offense, like really, really crisp offense. And I've seen in a couple of games, either with Spain or with Greece, like they've ran like some really good sets on the offensive end where I'm like, oh, okay, like that might present a couple of problems down the stretch. But I think overall the athleticism – even though I feel like the athleticism around the world has gone up another level, I still think Team USA could just. I think they just got the better athletes. Could come out on top.
Man, I'm with you on that one. And they are in Group C, by the way. They got, of course, the United States, Jordan, Greece, and New Zealand.
Yeah, it's very. I don't want to say it's a cakewalk, but it's very, very. It's an easy schedule.
That's definitely.
It's an easy schedule.
I think they're going to be good. Again, starts August 25th, runs through September 10th. Big year for Jaren Jackson Jr. A lot of people, though, reigning Defensive Player of the Year. You also have Marcus Smart.
Yes.
Former Defensive Player of the Year. Do you think that even with the loss of Dylan Brooks, that this team could still kick its defense up a notch?
I think so. I mean, again, I think as a whole, this is something that's been charted. You know, I've been kind of keeping an eye on
Desmond Bain, man.
Yeah, like I think the biggest
Steven Adams healthy.
The biggest problem with last year's defense was that it was just too many perimeter drives. It was just too many straight line drives to the basket, and then you're putting a lot of weight on Jaren recovering or Steve-O recovering, which is fine because again, like that's the strength of your team. Is like. Get the guys to the front of the rim and let your shot blockers handle it. But at some point, and hopefully this is not the case this year, injuries kind of played a factor into it. And so then now it's like everything hinges on Jaren. And which I think in the long run, I think that will eventually plays itself out. But having Marcus Smart on this team, I think it only helps. Because not only defensively, I feel like personally, defensively, they as a team, it's not much of a drop off. But offensively, it helps, man. It helps that you can have a guy that can swing the ball really well, that could be that secondary playmaker, and then two, like in the playoffs, he's just a gamer. Like he comes in and he plays. He's a hooper. He just makes shots. He just go out and he just does a lot of positive stuff on the floor for you, so you can depend upon that. So I think it is going to be a plus. I'm excited to see that in action at least the first 25 games without Ja being out on the floor.
Yeah, it's going to be big, man, and also like D Rose adding joining the whole bunch and everything. I'm excited about everything that's going on, and again, Ja when he gets back, it's going to be right there in December before Christmas. And that's basically when the NBA starts anyway. Now, I did also want to ask you, X-Man was a pleasant surprise last year. Again, this guy goes out there and just puts in that work. You send him down to the hustle, good, I'm going to go and hustle. Come up to the team, I'm going to do my thing. He basically got everything out of himself last year. Is there room for improvement?
I think there's always room for improvement. I think, he can improve his jump shot. Can try to be a little bit more of a threat around the perimeter, which I think he explained it himself during the season. Like, I'm trying to consistently work on my jump shot, make sure I'm knocked down in threes, just being a threat. I think with X, it was because the argument was like, the Grizzlies got to get taller. Like, it's got to get taller around the center position. Outside of Steven Adams and Jaren, like there's no other 7-footers that you could say can protect the rim in a way. And so, in fairness, because at the time I was like, I agree. Like if they can find a center with some height that can add similar or better value than X did, like sure, like I'm for that. I'm for that switch. But all 29 teams are looking for that as well. So it's like, do you just completely dismiss a guy that has been effective on the floor, like because you're trying to look for a certain prototype or a certain physical height requirement on your team? No, like X has done what you expect your
and he squeezes everything out of that body. He's got his athleticism,
everything. And the biggest thing for him is that he was physical. He was physical with a lot of the elite centers coming down the stretch, heading into the playoffs. And that's something that you can ask for. Obviously, there was a physical limitation with him, but it's like you knew what you're going to get out of him, and you expect that same result every single time. And I mean that stretch where he was, or what they played the who they played. They played the Sixers, the Nuggets, and I think they played another team. They probably played the Lakers.
So you got Embiid and you got Joker.
Embiid, Joker, and AD, and I mean he was a plus for you. So, I mean, I think in a way he has elevated himself a lot, and hopefully you could just get that same result again this upcoming year.
Any concern about Steven Adams and his knee?
A little bit. But there haven't been much information being put out. But there is a little concern. It's like the fact that we're still talking about this. Mm-hmm. It's like I'm ready just to see the guys in training camp kind of moving around, getting ready for sets and preseason, whatever. If he's not on the court by the preseason, then it's like then I start to get a little worried. But I mean, last year, like, if we're going to be real, it wasn't Ja's, off the court behavior, because a lot of people do want to blame that. It was Steven Adams' knee injury, for their early postseason exit. That was the biggest issue because you ran out of bigs. You ran out of big bodies, and that's the way it is. And again, when you got AD and LeBron, and my goodness, it was just tough. So, I mean, Steven Adams, that knee is real important. Right, and I think, Santi was nagging an injury down the stretch. I think Tillman was dealing with a little bit of an injury as well. So it was like, it was literally war of attrition for the Grizzlies down the stretch. And so hopefully Steve-O can come back, and he's good to go. What about BC? How's Brandon Clark and his Achilles? Oh, I even forgot about Brandon. So, and he was another one. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just thought about it. I mean, we're talking about all those injuries, like Brandon Clark. Remember back in March, right? So I think the timeline is still set for December, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, I've seen the pool workouts. He's kind of working out in the swimming pool. He's getting a little bit more active, but not probably in low resistance type of workouts. So, we'll see how he starts to make his transition back on the court. But he was another guy too that you was dependent upon, and I mean, attrition really took the Grizzlies out, like the second half of the schedule. So hopefully that's not the case this time around. Man, you can hear Zach Boyd every single day, Monday through Friday, right here on Sports 56 Mornings with Greg and Eli. Follow him on the Twitter at Rack City Zach. Check him out at Tri-State Defender. Follow them at TSD Memphis. What else you got, Holmes? I'm excited about the schedule, man. I think this is a balance of a schedule that you're going to get. First 6 games are fairly easy. Game at the home. I mean, to see the Pelicans, at least we know we'll get to see my man Zion. Hopefully, we're hoping that Zion is good to go for the first game of the season. But from a Grizzlies standpoint, ideally, if you go 4-2 in that stretch in those 6 games to start the season, I think that's a pretty good start so far. I like that. Before you started getting into your pool plays and stuff for the in-season tournament. What do you think about the in-season tournament? I'm indifferent. I think it will work out. Now that I'm looking at the schedule, I think it's something that could work out. It's just will it be able to draw more eyeballs because of college football and the NFL is their goal? I think that's going to be hard. I mean, hoop heads are going to be watching hoops. Right. Hoop, like, sports fans are going to watch anyway. Whether that's going to draw more eyeballs than college football, that's to be determined. Probably not, because people love their college football around here. Are you kidding me, man? I'm mainlining that stuff right now. If it ain't Jesus, it's college football. Man, I was going to say, I was watching the Florida documentary, and I might not even have been in this documentary, but I just remember one old thing, and this is you're gonna hate this, but the guy was going, what did he say? What did I say? I said it earlier. Do you know what I'm talking about? God's country, SEC.
I don't remember.
And God is good
all the time.
Like, wait, football is God down here, and God is good. That's what it was. I was like, dang, that football coach was serious. Hey, it's religion down here, man. It is wild. If Jesus not involved, involved today, it's football. Yeah, that's so. It's like it's outside the Bible. It's the magazine, the college football magazines that are out. It is. So, sometimes you see them, like, you read. Oh, man. It's just, and people just have them around, like, did you see such and such today? I'm like, At least he was here.
Yeah, he was here. You know?
We're going to take a quick time out. On the other side, though, it's time to go to Hardwood. And, Jay, do you have any bets to close out today? Because we need to make our bankroll a little bit bigger. If you don't, it's okay, because I do.
I don't, but I could find one, too. But it sounds like you got some good ones.
I do. I'm excited about mine. I'm just seeing if, you came prepared today.
Well, I did. You. Not in that regard, though.
We're back at 2 Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
So you've decided to get yourself some culture and go to the Orpheum to see a Broadway show. Well, why stop there? Thanks to a partnership with the Orpheum, 117 Prime, Memphis's premier downtown dining destination, is offering the Orpheum pre-show menu. 3 courses just right before enjoying a Broadway show. Choose from a Caesar salad or French onion soup to start, a 7-ounce flank steak or pan-seared salmon for your entree, and top it off with carrot cake for dessert. If you're an Orpheum Perks member, you can get a special price. All this culture and great food thanks to the Orpheum at 117 Prime.
A new era in public safety begins with you. Be the change you want to see. Join us for the Memphis Police Department Hiring Expo, Saturday, August 26, 2023, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 170 North Main Street downtown. We'll be taking applications, performing basic testing, and interviewing candidates on site. Free parking will be located at Poplar Avenue and Front Street. Salary starting at $60,700. Benefits include a $15,000 sign-on bonus, up to $10,000 relocation assistance. For more information or details, visit joinmpd.com.
You want the hottest summer deals in the Mid-South? We got it at Gossett Kia on the Pike. 41 MPG Highway, we got it in 2023 Kia Forte LXS. $249 a month, $29.99 due at signing. Get SUV action in 2023 Nero EV Wind. 253 miles of EPA estimated range. $292 a month, $49.99 due at signing. Or 2023 Kia EV6 Wind with up to 134 city, 101 highway MPGe. Only $425 a month, $49.99 due at signing. All 36-month leases. Plus, Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Ask for Bobby J. He's ready to put you in a new Kia today. Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles, 20 cents excess mileage. Forte PE 659,993. MSRP 22,540. Nero P 501,5237. MSRP 41,390. EV6 P 560,3393. MSRP 50,200. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for details. Offer valid through 9523. Dealer stock only warranties. A limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
I'm Sean Sewer with XMC Technologies, your local source for the best in office technology for over 30 years. We believe that being a technology partner means meeting our clients' needs as they change over time. That's why I'm happy to share that we are now Visual Edge IT. As cyber attacks continue to be a growing threat, our customers are asking for more cybersecurity and ransomware protection. For more information on how to protect your office, visit us at visualedgeit.com or call us locally 901-737-8910.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. So you ordered a new air filter for your car. You try to install it, but it doesn't fit. So you take a little bit off the sides. What, still doesn't fit? Well, you could try to sit on it. Or get it right the first time with eBay Guaranteed Fit. When you see the check, you know that part's gonna fit. Air filters, brakes, headlights, over 122 million parts. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors, let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Your favorite Italian pasta company in Delhi, Lucchese's, now ships. For over 25 years, Memphis has trusted Lucchese's to feed their loved ones, and now they've crafted 3 great comfort food meals that can be shipped across the country to your friends and family. Enjoy lasagna, ravioli, spaghetti, Italian spinach, and delicious sauces with no MSG, no preservatives, and no artificial colors. All you need to do is go to lucchese's.com to place your order or call 901-766-9922.
I have this one little saying, when things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder is in the house. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Wednesday. We got a little bit of hardwood because it feels so good. Sam Williams, Cowboys defensive end. My man had a sack, 2 tackles for loss, was destroying it in the preseason game. Well, he was arrested. I will tell you why he was arrested in just a minute. We also got some good stories about Justin Verlander, who's just winning at life, cussing people out, at least opponents' managers. We got Brittany Mahomes. We got Woody Johnson, who's iced up. We got Ime Udoka and Nia Long news. It's going to be a great Hardwood. Just like every time you go to the liquor store and you get a bottle of Tito's, it's going to be a great night. Tito's Handmade Vodka is the best spirit around. 3-time winner of the Vodka Tonic of the Year. It's also crafted and distilled in the United States down in Austin, Texas. 6 times distilled, then distilled in classic copper pots. Gives it a very unique flavor, slightly sweet with the black pepper note balancing everything out. Doesn't matter if you're crafting a cocktail or if you're drinking it neat. Get your Tito's on today. Plus, don't forget it's 100% gluten-free, baby. You don't want that gluten? Get your Tito's on. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Jay Morgan. Sam Williams had a real good football game the other day. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me about it.
And he had a sack and 2 tackles for a loss. My dude's out there playing defensive end like a man possessed. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
He's going nuts. And then all of a sudden, he gets a little frisky. And I've been trying to figure out what it was exactly he got arrested with. But he got arrested for possession of a controlled substance and unlawful carry of a weapon. So, unlawful carry of a weapon in Texas. What is that, like a dead gum bazooka?
That's a great question, John. It's not one that I considered, but you make an excellent point. What is unlawful carry in Texas?
What do you have to do to get arrested for that in Texas?
Great point.
The other question I got for you, controlled substance, that can't, a controlled substance sounds so horrible. Do you know what I mean? Like, you start thinking of, crack, fentanyl, meth, bad things.
Well, even prescription drugs are controlled,
but
right?
That's what I was going to say. So I feel like instead of just throwing a blanket over everything, including marijuana, which isn't even, illegal in most places. And by the way, you know what most people do when they, if a cop finds you with a little reefer on it? He usually takes it and probably smokes it, to be honest with you.
Is that what they do usually?
I mean, I don't know. Just to be honest with you, if I was a cop, I'd be like, oh, kid, come here. I'm not a kid, but come here, Mr. 21-year-old child. Let me take that reefer off of you. But anyway, my point is, we shouldn't just throw controlled substance and encompass basically everything. We need to know, was he driving with meth? Was he driving with a little marijuana? If he's driving with a little flour, he's going to be all right. It's not going to be a big deal. Now, he was back at practice the day after his arrest. So that makes me feel like the controlled substance, well, it's not going to be steroids. And it's definitely not going to be I don't think it's going to be prescription drugs. I feel like it's probably going to be just a little bit of hippie lettuce, don't you?
That is a controlled substance?
I think so.
Maybe in Texas. That's where it's backwards.
That's what
they
I'm
love
saying.
Guns and hate weed in Texas.
Yeah, Texas doesn't have legal weed, does it? I thought it was illegal.
No, they do not. Certainly not. Certainly not.
Texas legal weed law. Do they have it? These are things I'm finding out. Nope, they don't got it in Texas.
I didn't think so, John.
They don't have it in Alabama or Tennessee. What in the hell is wrong with these 3 states? They got great football and no weed. What is going on? You don't think that those states... Man, I'm telling you, we got some back...
Great football and no weed.
I mean, the football's out of control. The weed is kind of...
No weed, though. It's not out of control. Or the illegal weed is out of control because they don't have it legalized. Your thoughts, John?
That is true, because it's not like people aren't smoking weed because it's not, legal.
John, I've got a story for you today.
Oh, yeah, but by the way, Sam Williams arrested.
Too bad. Sad guy. John, do you know what Baby Shark is?
Baby Shark.
Okay, so yes, you do know Baby Shark.
Baby Shark.
Difficult to not know what it is. It's one of the most catchy and also annoying videos in the history of
the world, yeah.
Baby Shark apparently has reportedly made over $22 million after getting 13 billion views on YouTube since it was posted.
You're lying.
Reported from Bonus Insider, the catchy yet unbearable song has accumulated $22 million from views on YouTube alone. The outlet says the YouTube clip pulls in around $283,000 every month. That's roughly 150 million views a month.
Do you think we could do a Baby Shark ourselves and just call it like Baby Poo?
I don't, John.
Do 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 do. I think Baby Poo do 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 do. Baby Poo is pew.
I think you can. I think you can try to recreate that viral nature.
I just need something to make 22 million homes. Can you not
without
think
doing
of
anything?
something?
You mean?
Yeah, without like really doing anything special.
No, John, I can't think of anything. Everyone wants to do things quick, right? You got to get rich quick. Lose weight quick, because generally the way to lose weight, for instance, is diet and exercise over a long period of time. But nobody wants to do that long period of time part. They want, what can I do today?
But see, that's what separates. That's what separates beast from average people like you.
The men from the boys.
Kidding. No,
the men from the boys, right?
You know, like if you win the lottery or if you were just born rich.
That's a get rich quick.
That's very get rich quick, and it feels great. You know what I mean? You're happy, you're blessed.
I don't think we would know what it feels like.
But like normal people, we're lied to and we're told, man, it's about getting up every single day and putting in that work.
It is.
I know it really is. It's the character you build over the journey, chasing your dream.
That's right, man. It's about the journey, not the destination.
Stupid ass speeches, man, because I could make them pretty good, I think.
Everyone wants to get to the destination, John, but the real reward is the journey itself.
You know what screwed up a whole generation of people, I believe?
What's that?
It's that damn Star Trek. Because they used to be able to get in a portal, and all of a sudden they'd go zoom, and then they'd disappear, and they'd be in another world or another state.
They would jump to hyperspace.
Yeah, man. Could you imagine you're chilling it back in the day, you're at Platinum Plus one day, and then all of a sudden you're at the Mirage, and then next thing you know you're at the Candy Club in New Orleans. You know what I mean? You just close your eyes, and then boom, you're there. Sounds pretty cool.
Star Wars also has intergalactic travel, so I don't want to let Star Wars off easy if you're gonna blast Star Trek.
Well, I've never seen them just disappear and show up in another place. They actually have to fly.
They shoot to hyperspace too. Well,
Yeah,
Star Trek they fly.
No, but they didn't even have to take their little.
Oh, you're saying because they beam down to whatever planet they're right
just
above.
Beam on down, bro. Hey, let me just beam down, then I'm just gonna beam back up.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Talk about a one night stand.
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain.
Could you
That's my Scotty.
imagine you meet somebody, you have a one-night stand, but not only do you just basically ghost this girl, you just beam straight out of her room up back to your spaceship. That's the ultimate ghost right there. That's the future, buddy.
Jean-Luc Picard never did that in the
future.
Jean-Luc Picard never did that in Star Trek: The Next Generation.
I guess. Well, he was missing
Captain
out.
Kirk, on the other hand,
Probably
please.
did.
He has a list longer than one page.
So, did you hear about Ime Udoka and Nia Long?
That's who he reportedly cheated on with the staffer
with her. Yes, he cheated on her with the staffer. But remember, then Nia came out and tried to kind of defend him and make it look a little better by saying it's okay because they have an open relationship. You remember that?
I don't.
Why don't you remember these things? These are like the Kardashian.
I'm literally shocked by this information that you just presented me. I never knew that.
Oh yeah, Nia came out and said, "Listen, he's allowed to do. He's a grown man. We have an open relationship. Blah blah blah. They have they have an 11-year-old son.
Well, that's not why he got fired. Obviously, he got fired because you can't have inappropriate office relationships.
But everybody was coming out saying you cheated on Nia Long.
Exactly. That was the public perception.
That's why she came out and said, "Look, it's okay. We have an open relationship." Well, guess what? I don't think she thinks it's that. She ain't down with it being open no more.
Well, now you have a kid.
Well, he's 11 years old. What do you think? He just turned 11? This ain't Star Trek, son.
They have an 11-year-old kid?
11-year-old son.
You can go places quickly, John. You cannot age faster in Star Trek than you could otherwise. I just want to make that very clear.
Well, she ain't happy because guess what?
What?
Nia is now fighting Ime for primary custody of their child. They've been, doing the whole joint custody, open relationship kind of thing for 13 years. Nope, she's calling it quits, bro. She's bouncing, and she wants also some child support from Ime. She said that
riding the alimony pony.
She said that he is a non-existent father.
It's very sad, John.
I feel bad for the kid.
Me too. I don't feel bad, however, for Ime Udoka. I think he's a quack, and I hope he fails miserably in Houston, as he probably will. But no, he's a genius, John. Greatest coach to ever live, right? And Joe Mazzulla's an idiot, right?
Well, no, Joe Mazzulla basically took that same team almost to the same place.
That Ime Udoka got them to that level, and then Joe Mazzulla just carried him across.
Jason Tatum. How about this dude Marcus Smart, who's now a Grizzly?
How about Brad Stevens?
Brad Stevens. And what about also who's super rich? Largest contract ever, $304 million. Jaylen Brown.
Oh! I was going back to our conversation about the people behind John Moran and his rookie card.
Oh no! Okay.
That's where my brain was going. I was like, I don't think there was a Celtic in that picture.
But yeah, man, that's going down with that. Now I have the best story that I've heard. This is probably the best thing that I've heard all year long, to be honest with you. And I want to be I want to be an owner in this league. I want to be part of this league. I want to work in this league. I want to live a wonderful life.
You want to buy stock, John?
I'm buying some stock. I need some money, people, because I need some stock. Do you remember Holly Saunders?
I don't think I do know Holly Saunders. She used to work for ESPN, right?
Dude, no, she was with I think she was with FX.
Okay, she used to work for FX.
Or something like that, or not FX. What is it?
FS1?
FS1, sorry. Or maybe not. I know that she did. She's the one that's dating Oscar De La Hoya, but before she started dating Oscar De La Hoya, she was a sports reporter with
she used to work for Golf Channel.
The Golf Channel, yeah. She had huge talent. Like, enormous.
Yeah, John, I just clicked on her page, and it is apparent to me that the talent is what you are interested in here, not the thirst-trapping pictures and videos.
Dude, she is so good looking. Like, I'm going to give her big credits there. But she also is opening the greatest league in mankind. Do you know what it is?
What's that?
Do you remember back in the day when we had lingerie football?
Yes.
Good sport, kind of. But it just didn't go quite far enough. So she is opening up NSFW Athletics Organization, not suitable for work. And guess what? She says they're playing sports with hot chicks who are going to be topless. She says she can't believe nobody's ever thought of this. She said she was inspired by Girls Gone Wild. She said this is almost like Jackass, but with the sexiest women you've ever seen. So you're going to be. She said you're going to be. I don't know if I can say that word. What's the girl say? The old lady.
She's going to be horny, John.
No, but can you say it in that girl's voice that you like?
Yeah,
Jennifer Coolidge.
Seems like we're too close to a break to be start doing impressions.
But it's a good one. She says you're going to be horny.
I'm so horny.
You're going. That's it. You're going to be that. You're going to laugh. She said it's going to be unlike anything you've ever seen. I know people want it. People are going to want to see it. And Oscar De La Hoya is also backing her with this. So this is happening, and I want to be a part of it. And did you see the shots, the vision of like her thing where she had like a bunch of models? Like basically, it's just amazing. It's probably going to be the only thing I think has a chance to beat the NFL.
Is that right, John?
Yes, and they're not just playing one sport.
I'll take the NFL. You take this league, and we'll see who wins.
NSFW, baby. Don't touch the dial. We're back into Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Simple, smooth, and every sip as easy as the last. Tito's handmade vodka tastes just as good with tap water as it does with your favorite mixer. Back in the day, Tito distilled, hand-bottled, taste-tested, sent to a few friends, then taste-tested again to give you the finest juice around. No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff. Just Tito's. For recipes, videos, and more, visit Tito'sVodka.com. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Save up to $300 on a new energy-efficient tanked or tankless water heater from Conway Services. Upgrade your old, inefficient water heater with a new energy-efficient model. Or better yet, a tankless unit, so you're only heating the water you need and you never run out. Visit ConwayServices.com for details, terms, and conditions. License number 64210, 64365 EAS, MS 19668.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Start your day the right way at La Palapa with the biggest, baddest breakfast burrito around. Chorizo, cheese, rice, beans, and eggs served with fresh salsa, and it's served all day. La Palapa has daily lunch specials, all served with rice and beans, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Try a torta, breaded chicken, steak, chorizo, or ham served with mayo, avocado, lettuce, tomato, and jalapenos, all in a hoagie. Plus amazing soups and dinner entrees, all at La Palapa, 5255 Summer Avenue. La Palapa, the little hut with big taste.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo lights, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps. Fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
The Dell Technologies Back to School event is on, with deals on top tech for class, hobbies, and more. Now, when you buy, you support a cause. With every eligible purchase, Dell will donate to UNICEF in support of GIGA, a UNICEF ITU global initiative to connect schools across the globe to the internet. Accidental damage protection included. Get rare deals on select laptops and desktops powered by the latest Intel Core processors. Save now at Dell.com/deals. UNICEF does not endorse any company, brand, product, or service.
All 650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles, 20 cents excess mileage, Forte PE 659,993, MSRP 22,540, Nero P 501 5237, MSRP 41,390, EV6 P 560 3393, MSRP 50,200, includes all rebates and incentives, must finance through Hyundai, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for details. Offer valid through 9/5/23. Dealer stock only. Warranties. A limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
I got Jeff Allen on the line. Hey, what's the scoop over there at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah?
Randy, we got deals everyone wants. How about 41 MPG Highway, 2023 Kia Forte LXS, $249 a month, $29.99 due at signing.
Hey, Jeff, give me some EV scoop.
2023 Nero EV Win, 253 miles of EPA estimated range, $292 a month. And a 2023 Kia EV6 Win with up to 134 city, 101 highway MPGE. Only $425 a month, both $49.99 due at signing, all 36-month lease.
And Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty to boot.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah.
2680 Mount Moriah or KiaMountMoriah.com.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan hanging out with me. Thanks to all of y'all for listening. It was a fun day. We talked a lot about the NSFW League by Holly Saunders that she's opening up.
Talked a lot about it.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about it. This is the greatest thing.
John, you're never going to stop thinking about it.
This is amazing. I mean, this is like, why didn't this come out earlier? Like, this is what sports is about. Also talked a little bit about that Florida Gators. Swamp King. I'm sorry. I don't want to see a documentary that doesn't pump up my memories and get me fired up and make me want to run through thing. I don't need to see the Pouncey twins. I know about them. I don't need to see Aaron Hernandez. I've seen that documentary.
Then I think it might need a new category.
Swamp Kings.
No, I understand, John, but it needs to be under a new category.
About them kings.
Okay, but it needs to be under a new category that isn't called a documentary because documentary is an arm of journalism. This is
but how many documentaries have you seen that are straight BS?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why we need.
Who's that dude who
Michael Jordan's documentary was crap, by the way. So there's another example of
What's
the same
guy
thing.
Who did like the water in Flint, Michigan? Michael Moore.
Oh, that's a documentary.
I mean, oh my God!
Bowling
it depends
for Columbine.
on which. No. It also some of his are documentaries, but it also depends on what side of the aisle the prism you're looking at in front of them.
But that's different. You don't have to agree with the stance that he's making with the documentary, but it is still journalistic in nature. Whereas this, I'm not sure there's any necessary journalism going on.
I did not know a lot of stuff. I didn't know that Urban Meyer treated his players that weren't stars like trash.
The midnight workouts. That's pretty cool.
I didn't know about the midnight workouts. I didn't know that they worked out like a bunch of crazed hooligans. I didn't know that they had fights every morning on mats. And it was ones versus one, and you literally got to punch them and elbow them in the face and beat the tar out of each other. It was just great.
Crazy.
And college football starts this Saturday. I'm telling you, if you want to get ready for some college football, watch Swamp Kings. Swamp Kings. And also you learn that Urban Meyer would have never made it in Florida if he didn't get Tim Tebow. You learn about how great of a leader he is. You learn about his virginity and how people didn't even believe it, and they had to show him naked women to realize that he actually turned away. But that was all about Tim Tebow. Check out the Untold Story Swamp Kings. Also, check out Frontier Western Store at 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. I'm telling you right now, largest boot showroom on planet Earth. Plus, they have your girls dressed because they got a ladies boutique. They got your kids dressed in the kids department, and they got you dressed in the men's department. Frontier Western Store, and don't forget frontierwesternstore.com. Jay, we got in-game action. Right now, the Cubs are coming up to the plate. It is 0-0 Cubs and the Tigers. You can get the Tigers right now, even money. Jamison Tyon's gotten through 2 innings without getting scathed, please. I mean, no, not Jamison Tyon. Jordan Montgomery. This dude's given up at least 4 runs in 6 of his last 7 starts. He's about to implode. Take the Tigers. Get out there. Make this world a better place. We're going to see you on the flip side. Peace.